Welcome back, Bakucrew and all my other viewers, to another installment of the Viloch Celebration series. I'm BakuBrad96, and today will be very special because due to technical difficulties yesterday, there will actually be 2 videos uploaded today. I swear technology hates me at times, so yesterday's video, which would have been day number 3, didn't upload correctly, so I will actually be uploading it right now. That is what this video will be. And then make sure you hit that notification bell because the next video will be coming up very soon, and it is for today, and that is day number 4. Now that that's established, let's go ahead and jump right into it because this deck is very cool. I did go back to the Aquos Haos strategy, and that being quick draw, which you draw quickly into the deck into your win condition. And this time around, because we're using Ultimate Viloch, I thought it made more sense because now we actually have targets to draw into, that being the 6 Geogan included in the theme. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the team. Everyone knows by now Viloch, the stats of him. I'll leave him right there, as well as the Geogan. Going on in the series, I will just review the new Bakugan on the team, as well as the deck profile, and the Viloch package I will just leave out as sort of decoration, because I definitely have enough videos explaining Viloch, reviewing Viloch, because I think I fanboyed enough over him. So for this team, in the Aquos slot, I am using Behemoth, double Flaming Fist, B power of 801 damage. So the B power is nice, but the damage is low. We do have ways to fix that, and I will get into it later on in the deck profile. Go ahead and review. Here is the mold. And then, I don't believe the channel mascots got enough attention, so I decided to throw it in the Haos slot. And you all should know who that is. That is, of course, the Lightning Voltex, or Elemental Finnica. Stats of 800 B power, 2 damage, a orange shield, and a green fist core. Very nice to have this Bakugan back out again. I know I focused the channel on Viloch a lot, but I hope to be bringing the mascot back out more and more as the year goes. As the year goes on. The core lineup is kind of iffy. I decided to use traps and pseudo-trap cores. We'll take a look at those first. The straight-out trap core, the orange shield slot being a minus 100 B power, and the magic shield being a minus 400 B power. I decided to use these just to make a difference in my videos. Normally I use the big B power buffs, so I wanted to try something different. With this deck profile, hopefully it works out, but again, you do take a risk running minus cores. It's always a chancy strategy. That being said, the Helix slot is minus 100 B power and plus 4 damage. I say this is kind of a pseudo trap core because it does give you damage, but that being said, it does take away from the B power. So again, kind of have to use it strategically, otherwise it will hurt. The rest of the cores aren't traps, they're solid. The Flame Fist slot, I use double plus 250 B power and plus 3 damage. It's just a really good core. And then finally, for the Green Fist, it is a plus 3 damage, just to help out with the lower damage Bakugan, of course, that being our Finnica and the Behemoth. Right there only has 1 damage, of course, so that kind of helps those. And now that that's out of the way, we'll go ahead and look at the deck profile. Again, I don't know how strong this one is, as the whole point of it is to just draw. And when in the TCG, at least in this game, your deck substitutes or represents your life, it could get out of hand and you could actually end up killing yourself in turn, 5 or 6. So you definitely don't want to do that, but it is a way to draw into the Geogan quicker, and that is the win condition. So going forward, I have 2 Aquos Bright Beams, 1 energy for plus 2 damage, and you get to draw a card. 2 Crushing Shadows, 1 energy for plus 200 B power, and 1 Frost Strike. 2 Deep Dive, 1 energy to draw 1 and you may reroll your Bakugan. Echo Search, 1 energy to scan, draw 1, and scan again, which helps because it sets up your other draw cards that you have, so you know what you're going to draw into, and it just really helps with fixing your deck and getting to your Geogan that much quicker. And in playtesting, it really worked out well. I was able to pick out which one I wanted to play, when I wanted to play it, and it was very interesting. So for the B power, you do want to help that sometimes. I do have 2 Chomping Tornado. For 2 energy, you get plus 500 B power. 2 Scarf Strike as a way to run 4 of a card. 2 energy for plus 500 B power, so that does the same thing as Chomping Tornado. But because you can only run 3 of a card with the same name, having 2 cards that do the same thing, it just gives you the ability to have a 4 of. You could do 3 of both and have 6 of, but I didn't think that was necessary because of this deck strategy. Oh, sorry. So now I have 2 Improvised Armor, 3 energy for plus 2 damage, and draw 2. Righteous Strike, which 3 energy for plus 6 damage, and you do get to draw 1. It has the Trifecta ability as well, so if your Bakugan have 3 or more Bakukores attached to them, you can return this to your hand. That may come up because this deck does run Drum Wave, but that is the only card that it runs for core control, so this is basically just another draw card. It does give you damage, so I guess that is helpful. I shouldn't downplay that at all. Next up is Sonic Aura, 3 energy for plus 6 damage, and you get to scan, so just a way to help see what you're going to draw into and giving you a big chunk of damage on top. Really nice. After that, another very risky card for this deck, but I felt since it was a drawing deck, I had to include it. I have a 3 of Cloak Defense, 4 energy to scan and then draw 3. This is definitely going to hurt as far as your, life total is concerned, but if you don't draw into one of Viloch's Geogan, you're pretty much going to lose that game anyway. Because that is the whole point. Again, I'm going to say it over and over again. That is the whole point of the deck. Quick draw into one of the Geogan, just keep slapping them down turn after turn. Get into that team attack and win. And here, of course, is the aforementioned Drum Wave to go along with the Righteous Strike, I suppose. I run 3 of them, 4 energy to attach a Bakucore from the field to an open Bakugan, and then Domination if your Bakugan are holding the most Bakukores. That Bakugan gets 3 Frost Strike. You're not worried about the domination effect or ability there, it's just attaching the Bakucore. I thought it might come up, it pairs with the Righteous Strike. Otherwise, you could just use it as energy if you didn't need it in the game. The last 4 slots, besides flip cards, are just, 1-of power cards, I think, are just really high payoff cards. Titanic Fusion Wave Maker, which is a 4 energy cost for plus 1000 B power. Again, just gives you a huge boost late game. Aquos Lightning Rain, 5 energy for plus 700 B power, and scan and draw 1. So you get to scan, so you get to look to see what you're going to draw into, you get to draw, and you get B power on top. I thought this at 1 wouldn't be bad at all to consider. Next up is Leg Lance Attack, because we do have access to this with the double factions of Aquos and Haos. 5 energy for plus 1400 B power, which is really nice late game. It's even better than the Titanic Wave Fusion Maker. I would kind of put them at the same, but this does give you more for more energy. Following that, we do have a Silk Bolt Barrier just to have access to another scan effect. 5 energy for plus 900, and of course scan. 900 is not bad at all either. Now onto the flips, we're just running ones that stop Bakukores and then a few others. So we have Dazzle, 0 energy to block a Bakugan holding a Helix. 2 Confuse, as always, 1 energy to block a Bakugan holding a Flame Fist or Magic Shield. Deep Freeze, which is 1 energy to block a Bakugan holding a Orange Shield or a Helix. And then finally, not necessarily because it stops or blocks a non-fusion Bakugan, but just because it does draw you one, I do run 2 Sneaky Squid for 4 energy. And then other than the Viloch package, of course, that's 6, rounding it up to the solid 40. That is it for the deck profile. Thank you all for watching so much. The channel is growing by the day. It might not be that quickly, but I am just so thankful for the rate that it is growing. Don't think I don't appreciate it. That is why, of course, I do have the monthly giveaways. So that will wrap up another successful build. Thank you all for watching. If you aren't subscribed, please do so, because as of right now, only 6% of you watching are subscribed, and that does kind of sting. Please subscribe, because I do my best to put out daily Bakugan content. That includes deck profiles, unboxings, which I have a ton. I'll just pan up. I have a ton of unboxings planned for next week, and plenty of deck profiles to go along with the new content that I'm very excited about. So please subscribe so you don't miss any of that, and hit that notification bell. I will remind you all one more time, because I will be uploading another installment of the Viloch series and other content daily. I'll see you next time, and remember to keep on Bakugan brawling.